Hey folks, Rob here bringing another solo playthrough. This one's going to be from journal number 10. It's scenario J148, last minute war. And interestingly, this actually happens prior to the general start of actual World War II when Hitler invaded Poland. This takes place 24 March 39. So that means there's not going to be any grain on the board and orchards will be out of season. So they'll just be hindrances, not obstacles to lines of sight. Sides are pretty evenly matched. Let's look at the scenario card. So we have Hungarians facing Slovaks in this one. Slovakians are on the attack, and Hungarians will be setting up in the defense, basically in and around this town, or on or east of coordinate 4 on board 44. So basically I can set up some forward positions here, and the rest of them will be falling back into the town. Now, the couple of SSRs that we got to worry about. Well, let's look at the unit composition first. So we're looking at 9 first and elite squads with some support weapons. We do have some concealment counters, and because enemies entering from off board, everything starts concealed as it is. So these will in fact be dummy counters. I can hit my 2 guns as well as foxholes in concealment terrain until such point as they have line of sight to it, and then they'll be visible. The Slovakians, for their part, have a lot of troops. So, what is that, 22? 22 squads. Now, they are conscript and 347s, and Axis miners, Axis non-elite miners all have a reduced broken morale, which means that this guy aside, these guys all have 6s. Well, the 347s have 6s, and the entire Slovakian MMCs all have 6 broken morale, or 5 for the conscript. So it's going to be a slog, and an ELR of 2, which is really difficult. Hungarians not much better, ELR of 3. Sands are 3 and 2 respectively. And as we said, the Slovakians are going to be entering from off board. Now that means that the defender can also bore sight light mortars, mediums and higher, and guns. So I've got a couple of bore-sighted locations. Again, I have no idea where the Slovakians are going to come up. Dave and I are going to be playing this one live. He's left it up to me to pick a side. I still have no idea which side to pick. Although on Scenario Archive, the Hungarians do have an edge. I think it's like 50 to 33 or something like that. Wins for the Hungarians. So it's going to be a slog for the Slovakians, because these vehicles here, the 4 armored cars, are all radialist, which means they have to move in platoon formation. So therefore I'm going to have to, I'm not going to be able to use this armored assault setup that I would like. They're going to have to move individually as platoon, and the only way to do that is with the human wave, armored assault I'm talking. And I'm not going to be doing a human wave, so the radialist armored car is going to be moving into as a platoon separately from the infantry. I've decided in this case that I'm going to be attacking from the northwest flank. Again, there are dummy stacks in here. I know I put them out. It's just, this seems to offer a lot more cover. Once I get past this open area over here, I'll be able to move into these tree lines, and the brush orchards will obscure a lot. This here is just too wide open for my liking, and with the 2 ELR troops, they're going to be breaking, ELRing, maybe even disrupting, and then being forced to run back, and there's nothing to run back to in this location. So aside from really skirting the far southern edge, I think this might offer the best approach. I'm hoping that my armored cars offer some kind of cover for the infantry to make it up. Other news, we have OBA for the Hungarians. Now, interestingly, it's only 70mm. They start off with 6 black, 3 red, and this one gives them scarce ammo, which means they get extra red, so it's 6 black, 4 red. Now, the first chit draw is automatically going to be black, so they're going to get at least 1 OBA off, but it's probably going to be very difficult to get a second, definitely a third OBA. So, given the low morale of the troops, it's probably going to be best to use harassing fire, which doubles the size of the template. It's 2x, it's not just the 1. around the center, and therefore you're more likely to get more Slovakians inside the blast radius with a 70 millimeters. So that's what I'm going to do for that. Now we also have fighter bombers, one for each side. They come in no bombs on a die roll less the turn number. So starting on turn 2, I can start rolling for the respective air support, and it's going to last until the subsequent player turn. Now also they've added an SSR because it's only 5.5 turns. There's a chance it may not actually come in. That they will automatically appear on turn 4 if they don't come in before then. So we will have air support. Now the Hungarians do have a 20 long anti-air gun. I've set it up back here in anti-air roll, so it's all ready to use. I just realized, however, this here is going to be a blind hex, so if anything comes in this way, I'm not going to be able to see it. That may not be the best spot. Maybe I should put it here. Nice unobstructed view. I don't know if I'm going to be shooting at a fighter bomber. The one reason I keep it here is I bore sighted this road, and I'm going to help protect these two areas here with 8 firepower adjacent. So if I can tag somebody here on the road with a -2 bore sighting plus -2 for moving an open on assault, it might be a better use here and less so for worrying about a plane. And of course, there's also the range factor. Remember that with air range, it's always double the hex count. So assuming a fighter were to appear over here, you're looking at least 20 hexes. Makes it very difficult for you to actually engage or get any bonuses for having nice and close fire. So I think I'll keep them there. That's fine. What else we got in the SSR? ECR wet. Oh, so all the ground, it's treated as basically bog terrain, as if mud was in effect, which means every time these guys move through a non-road hex, they have to take a bog check. So hopefully that doesn't happen too soon. On the plus side, if they bog, they would basically break their platoon formation, and once they get separated, then they should be able to continue on their own. So it's not that I want them bogged down, but if it should happen, that might not be a bad thing. Okay, so what else do we have? To compensate for the attack, these guys here all have their broker morale increased by 1, the Slovakians. So normally it's 1 lower, 6. In this case, this would be back up to 7. So it's a little bit better to come back. Conscripts are normally a 5. They're going to be a 6 instead. So. All right, so some other notes that we have. Now, these are Axis notes right here. Axis minor notes. If the Hungarians want to jump on one of these armored cars, they're going to have to take a 1 patsy, not a normal patsy, just given the nature of the troops. If there's any prisoners taken, they're not going to try and escape, and they'll surrender on a 10 or more. So typo notwithstanding. And finally, using weapons. Now, there are a variety of vehicles and guns. All use the black to hit numbers, except for the anti-air, because it's the only non-German Czech manufactured weapon in the OB, which means it's going to use red to hit numbers. So, which is always good. Preferably to use the black over the red one, just because they're correspondingly lower. All right, I think we're set up. General defensive plan. I think the plan is, again, not knowing where they come in, you set up a bit forward. You have a couple of MGs which have nice bore-sighted locations. Again, this is if they come up the center of the garden path. And most players are probably going to avoid it for just that reason. So you could do a bait and switch and maybe set up your dummies in the center and have your real units on the outside. You're guessing either way. I guess it helps if you know your opponent. But yeah, set up a little bit forward. However, you got to give them some lines of retreat. So in this case, I've got 2 dummy stacks here on the right. And the reason why I chose that, and is because once they get to this area, it's very difficult for them to fall back in any kind of order. I'm talking regular units, not dummies. Therefore, if I lose these, it's okay. These guys here at least have a little bit more cover. They can always fall back into the center, collapse in around the town. So the victory conditions, which I completely glossed over, the Slovakians win immediately when there are no unbroken Hungarians between the two red lines, or if you can control 12, or excuse me, 11 or more buildings out of the 16 that are inside the red outline. All right, so I quickly changed the header for the vassal table. I messed up completely. Again, so Slovaks win if there's no MMC, good order between here. Unbroken MMC. So being in combat does not constitute that. You have to be broken to count. And or capture 11 of the 16 buildings within inside the red circle. So there's a total of 16 building locations, or buildings, not locations, buildings, and the Slovaks have to control at least 11 of them. So it's a very tall order for the Slovaks to do, cover all this open ground, get into the village, all in 5.5 turns. So there's not going to be a lot of stopping and shooting. They're going to have to get moving. Now, conscripts, remember, only have 3 movement factors, so it's going to be even slower progress. At least these guys have a leader. Let's give them another one. I'm not going to move as a stack anyways. It's going to be suicidal to move as a stack given this open ground. But I'm going to have to move. I cannot sit still. All right, so let's get that preamble out of the way. And we'll start with the scenario proper. So wind changes always. All right, no wind. We'll go right to movement phase. And I cannot start rolling for air support until we get to turn 2. All right, so now these guys also have red start numbers, which means there's a chance that they're going to break when they start. So I do 1 roll for the platoon. Wow. All right, so that's very close. I almost stalled the attack before we even got started. So let's hope those dice start coming back. All right, so this is going to be impulse movement. So we're going to start off with 1. I'm going to have to do a bog check for each of these vehicles once they enter the play. And again, you cannot use armored assault and or platoon movement. Unless you're doing something like aiming wave, so I'm not going to try that. All right, so I need a bog check. Now, these vehicles all have, what are the mods we're looking at anyways? You basically have to roll a modified 12 or more, which we don't want to do. Here we go, bog check die roll. So we got normal ground pressure because we don't have a circle or a square. This one tank we have does have a square, so it's going to be low ground pressure. So it's going to be a +1. Ground is treated as if mud, so it's going to be a +2. And is not fully tracked as a +3. So we just rolled a 10. Ish. All right. So we're not bogged down yet. That's 1 move. Oh, I'm going to need counters. All right, so that's 1. No, wait. Armor car movement. I think it's 3. Open ground. Armor cars have 3 movement. Okay, so that's 3. Excuse me. We'll go up here for 6. Again, we're going to have to do a bog check. This up 3, so we're fine. I think I want to come this way here. I want to avoid needless extra bog rules. So let's come this way here for 9. Now, I've also set up a dummy stack here as a Hungarian, and I have these guys. Obviously, I could fire the LMG at here. I also do have a medium, which might not be a bad target for 0 armor, which means I would need a 4 or less to kill. Machine guns do have a chance of killing vehicles, but the base is a 4, so ideally it's better if you get within close range. And right now I might be in here, so I would need a 4 or less to penetrate the armored car. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I was thinking of setting the gun up initially in I3, maybe even H3, because it offers such a wide view. However, that might be too close to the enemy, because once it's overrun, it's useless, and I need this thing to get some job done before it dies. That's why I left it here. So I think that's fine. As I said, we're going to be playing this, Dave and I, in the next few days, and we are not sure yet who's going to play what side. I think I'm going to do like you would in a tournament, show up, and then we can dice for it. I've never diced for a side. I've always played the Axis, so it'll be interesting, I think. So we're at 9. So I come forward once more. Now brush is going to be 4, so it's going to cost me 4 move. No extra bog, I don't think. Yeah, nothing else for being in brush, so just a normal +3. So that's going to be a total of 13 so far, and a bog check. All right, so the bog is fine. Now I can move 1 more, and then I can stop. So let's all move this way 1 more. And we'll stop for a total of 16, bog check, and then we'll stop. All right, so although staying in motion is not bad, the good thing about stopping is in the Hungarian prep fire, they'll count as a line of sight hindrance. Right now they won't because they were just brought on. So let's do this other tank here. All right, you are going to use armored assault because you can do that. So we're going to come here for 1. Bog check. Again, he's low pressure, so he's only going to be a +2. And we're looking for a final 12 or more. That's 1. Here for 2. Bog check. Here for 3. Bog check. I do have a medium here with a 9-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it would be a 4 down 1 shot into this location, but then I give it away. And I'm not sure what the rest of them are going to do. And they would start concealed actually because I have to expose somebody to break concealment. So I'll just cover them up now before I forget. Once I drop concealment, obviously they'll drop theirs as well. Hold fire for now. I think I'm going to fire there, though. No, there's no point dropping concealment yet. I don't know what the rest of them are going to do. and I can wait till my defending fire. It's going to be a -1 anyway you look at it, so it doesn't matter. On the plus side, on the alternative side, I could drop concealment from one of these guys. And that way these guys would drop theirs. Not that it matters much, but every little advantage helps. If I drop this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could target the vehicle, but again, armor now is a 3. It'd have to be a side shot for the MG to have a hope in hell. And the troops be at 0 modifier on the 2 table. I couldn't even fire the squad, it wouldn't be worth it. This is what makes me miss the IIFT, the incremental, because you have cases where you have like a 347. I could add 1 firepower to that, put it on the 3 for a very slight advantage on the table, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to use the IFT. So the light is the only thing that would fire, and this would be 0. If I drop concealment to force his drop, then I may as well fire. However, I'm going to get this in the face. And I have to drop it now because if I don't, he's going to stay concealed. You don't lose it unless you move in line of sight. So I have to drop it now if I want them to lose concealment. All right, let's drop it. I'll take the shot. This is going to be a 2 flat. Yeah, and this broke my LMG. That's a great start. However, he will have lost his concealment. All right, so that guy's probably going to die. This is only the LMG. So the squad still could fire. All right, now that I know that, all right, these guys are green, which means they have, no, I'm not going to move them first. How do you move in all this? This is difficult. I know there's an LMG here. It's already fired, which leaves a 347 to fire 1 firepower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anywhere here, you could fire 1 firepower. Down 2, which is nothing to sneeze at. But I really can't afford to wait. So let's drop concealment. We're going to move 1 at a time. This guy here is going to go 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I CX, let's CX. You're going to come here for 1. 2. Now, I do have the medium, which means I could do a fire lane right down this road, or this X screen, which I think I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit, I can't. It's outside normal range. Fire lanes have to be within normal range, I believe. Yes. It's got to be within normal range, so I cannot do a fire lane. So I just revealed myself for no reason. Let's fire a 4 hat. Will be on the 2 table, down 3. Yeah. All righty then. So that happened. How do we deal with that now? All right. Yeah. So this might be a reset. Anyways, let's go 3, 4, 5. I could fire a one flat, which wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to move one more. Fire a one flat, one down two. Excuse me. So a 2 on the 1 is a 1 morale check. Ah. Well, good shooting guns. All right, CX. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No residual because there's only one firepower. You guys here. Let's move you. You're going to CX. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move you guys. Nothing's firing yet. You've broken your gun. I'm fairly confident this guy's a dummy or he's waiting, so I think I'm just going to move these guys as a stack. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to CX. I want to stay outside normal range so he doesn't get a second shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys got to be a little bit more cautious. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can make it to here. I'm going to move individually. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think I'm going to shoot anything. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could still fire this squad with a one firepower attack. In hindsight, my setup is too spread out, even with the addition of dummy counters. It might have been better just to have a closer ring. Maybe move these guys back here somewhere. These guys, keep them here somewhere, and just let the outsides go. I think that makes sense. All right, time for the conscripts. This should be lots of fun. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Still nothing shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that right here I can get a down one shot or down two shot. Although the orchard would help eliminate moving it open. So it'd be down one on the one, which is still pretty bad. So these guys are going to use the leader bonus. Going to come here for 2, come here for 4. They'll lose this. Now I have to decide, do I unload? If I move individually, I could bypass. Actually, that would be a smarter move. Let's, we're going to use bypass one squad at a time. Leader will be last with the squad. For here. Now, I'm not going to fire until my defensive fire phase because I can get them all with one shot. Otherwise, I would have an easier time hitting. Black did numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm looking at a base 7 to hit, or 6. I think it's 6. Yeah, so base 6 to hit, plus 1 for woods will bring it down to a 5. 5 or less to hit. Right now it could be a 6 or less to hit, but I only get one squad at a time, so I think I may as well just keep my concealment for now. You guys are going to bypass 1, 2, 3. All right, here I could fire the squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 firepower. Orchard gets rid of moving and open, which means it's a -1 with a -1 leader. Although that's a different fire group because I fired this using the leader over here. Or did I? I can't remember. I broke the gun, I know that much. So using the leadership, I'll have a -2 on the one table. Alright, that's going to be no effect. So everything is first fired there, no residual, and you're out of move. You're here going to go 1, bypass, 2, 3. You guys are going to assault move into this location here, so that means you can keep your conceal. Down the hex spine. I can see you. I can see this guy up front. So this will be a good, this is going to be my fire base for now. Once I set up my guns in defensive fire phase, I should be able to help deal with that. Shit. All right, let's go to defending fire phase. I don't think I have any other shots. Now I could decide to drop this and fire, or I could wait. Again, a 5 to hit. I've already broke 2 guns. I don't want to break my AT gun, and it's only a bunch of conscripts, so I think I don't want to do that yet. Yeah, that's fine. All right. I do also have another medium here, but again, it's just in the wrong position. So we're going to go to advancing fire, see what kind of damage I can do to this guy here. Now you can't see 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd be half twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. You would be half twice. 1.5, half firepower at half the fire group. No, it'd be half 3 times because of the range as well. So you're not going to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd be half for moving, half for concealed, and then halved again for that. So you could fire the LMG, but that would be at a half as well. So that's not going to happen. I think I just have armored cars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Halved twice, 6 down to 3, down to 1 table. This would be a 1 up 1. One, two, three, 4. So this would be 9, 11. Half would be 5.5 for moving, and then 2 and a bit for concealed. Now 9 halved would be 4, halved would be 2. So there's no point firing the LMG. We have an 8-1, so it's going to be on the 2 table, no modifier. 8 on the 2 is a miss. I'll come back to the cars in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, too far away. Although that would be a 2 firepower attack, maybe even a 4 with this. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to be half twice. So 6 goes down to 3 goes down to 1.5. This would bring it up to the 2 table with brush. Brush, I believe, is a 0 direct. Yep. All right, so that's a 5 on the 2, which is an NMC. And he's fine. And Axis is Hungarians in this one, so that's fine. No sniper. You guys are all out of range. Let's go to the armored cars. We got coax, and we have a bow mounted. So we have 4 firepower. Halved is 2. Halved will be 1, up 1. This guy's going to fire on here. It's going to be a 2 flat. All right, coax bow. Wow. Well, good to see my dice continue to shine. You're going to do a 2 flat as well. And you as well. Now you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just within range. That would be a 2 table up 2. And finally we have a tank. Let's do the machine guns first. So we're going to have a 4 up 2. And then we'll do the main cannon. Axis sniper, so no worry about. Actually, no, that's right. It will be the Axis sniper, which I forgot to put on. And +4 for the advancing fire phase. So total, it's going to miss, but I do acquire, which is better than nothing, I guess. Alrighty. And that is it for that. No route phase, and we are into the advance. So everything is going to come forward. Actually, we'll stay back with the tank for now. No, we're all gonna move forward. Because I think we got the Hungarians on the run. Something else is I could have come on with riders, but I did not. All right, let's do that. Actually, I'll keep the 7-0 back just for excuse me, for rally purposes. Should the unfortunate happen. Oh wait, I did have a route. So let's run back to there. You advance to there. You guys will come under the vehicle. Right, and that is it for the move, it for the Slovakian first turn. And we'll go into the Hungarians. All right, they got some repairs to do. They better make those repairs. All right, so we'll start off with wind change. No wind. Too early for fighter bombers so far. Let's do weapon repairs. We have a light. Okay. We have a medium. Yep, the trend continues. Thanks for being bore-sighted for no reason. And for the Where's that guy? There. For this guy here, he needs snake eyes. Nope. That's gone, however. And then we have a couple of weapons effects. So the coax and the BMG. Now, come on. Really? You're going to have 2 6s for the Hungarians, 2 1s for the Slovakians. I think this is going to be a reset. I really don't like the dice bot on Vassal. It just that this doesn't happen in real life. I completely forgot about OBA. So let's do that now. Go to the prep. We'll do radio contact maintenance automatic. And we do have access automatically. So first things first, we'll drop an AR. He's a level 3, which means he can see over all of this. And we'll drop it right here. Now they have an accuracy of 1, which means it's not going to be accurate. Yeah. So it can be anywhere. It's going to go 2 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not horrible. It's in front, which is great. I can move it 3 next turn and then convert. So that's pretty good. All right, I got to set this up. I forgot to. So this is a 70 plus. We have 6 and we have 4. There we go. That's the first black, which gives us 5 black and 4 red. All right, OBA is set. We do have a spotting round, which I'm able to see, so that's also perfect. And now we could do normal shooting, but I think I have to move. I cannot believe I broke both guns already. Yeah, I have to move, fall back, so we're going to go right to move. This guy's going to go here for assaulting for G3. No. We're going to go 1. No, I have to come here. We'll assault into G3. Let's try and pepper him with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be on the 4 flat. 6 on the 2 cowers is a pinning task check. And that is another boxcar. All right, so I'm going to reset this game here. It's just losing this right off the bat. Pin right off the bat. The dice rolls are freaking way over the spot. Like, this is what I've rolled so far. Look at all the red. It's only 30 dice rolls and way above average. So I'm going to reset, and we're going to redo this one later on. So we'll see you guys next video. Bye.